So cloud services have, as I mentioned, enabled media and entertainment companies to tackle the distribution challenges and complexity of offering consumers content anytime, anywhere, and on any device. But it's more than just business-to-consumer scenarios or user-generated content scenarios. It's increasingly being leveraged for professional media workloads in broadcast and film production. There are a few key factors that we're seeing that are causing media companies to progressively look to the cloud to address their needs. First, more content and larger content, as we move from 3D to HD to 4K and further. Additionally, multi-screen distribution to many device formats, and more complex scenarios like second screen and recommendation engines, and content discovery, and content personalization are all leading to exponential IT requirements for storage, processing, and delivery. The media industry companies are realizing that they can't keep up with the IT needs and are looking to the scalability and elasticity of the cloud. Second, media companies are looking for ways to increase agility, getting content produced and distributed to customers faster and faster, oftentimes with multiple projects happening simultaneously. That requires companies to develop new strategies to address their needs in scalable, nonlinear ways. And finally, you would think that increased agility might equate to increased cost, but most organizations are under a lot of pressure to drive costs down. So that combination, those factors, and the trajectory that we're seeing, it's apparent that the use of the cloud for professional media workflows is accelerating significantly. So the recent movie American Hustle, maybe some of you have seen it. If you haven't, it was a movie that was set in New York City in the late 70s and early 80s. In order to recreate the New York street scenes of that era, they used cloud-based rendering from AWS partner Zinc to render some of those street scenes. They basically took those street scenes of today's shots of New York and then used Zinc render to render out some of the newer things. So like new construction that's happened on the buildings, some new cars and things that obviously wouldn't be available in the 70s and 80s. They were able to do that by spinning up thousands of instances on the AWS compute engine, EC2, within a moment's notice, without ever having to buy or rack or stack a single server.